If I told you there's a defensive item in Path of Exile that's super cheap and also makes you incredibly tanky, you might not believe me. And I don't blame you. That sounds a little too good to be true. Most of the powerful defensive items in Path of Exile, like Mage Blood and Aegis Aurora, are rare and therefore expensive. But if you don't believe me, maybe you'll believe what you're seeing right now. Because the item in question is Elevor, an incredibly common defensive item that's still insanely powerful. Spell Suppression is one of the best defensive layers in Path of Exile. After all, you straight up take 50% less damage from all spells, which is a good majority of the dangerous attacks that will actually kill you. And Elevor has 20 to 25% chance to suppress spell damage, which is about 11% more than you can get on a rare item. It also has 20 to 25% chance to avoid elemental ailments. Brittle means you're more likely to be crit. Scorch lowers your resistances and can get you one-shot very easily. And Shock is often a silent killer. You won't notice until it's far too late and you're already dead. But there's one more property Elevor has that takes it from a really good defensive item to incredible. That is the life recovery on spell suppression. Now, if you want to see a more practical demonstration of this, I suggest getting subscribed and leaving a like while you're down there, because my build uses this setup in combination with Glancing Blows and Block Cap to essentially erase most of the damage I'm taking. But more about that in a future video. For now, think of it this way. Elevor makes you immune to small spell hits, the sort of thing that you'll encounter commonly while mapping. Let's just say you have a health pool of 5,000, and you take a hit of 500 spell damage after other mitigation like armor and elemental resistances. Well, you could take 10 of those hits before you die normally. With spell suppression, the damage is halved so you can take 25. Now what happens when you add a max roll Elevor? That 25 goes to 96, because on average, you're only taking 50 damage per hit now. This recovery isn't as helpful on bosses that tend to have large single hits, but when mapping, it can be invaluable. And the best part of all, Elevor is super common. Now, I'm not going to put a price on it and say, right now, you can go out and buy one for 1 chaos. The price is going to vary. Is it enchanted? Does it have good rolls? And maybe is it corroded or not? But it's a common enough item that if you're playing in SSF, you can pretty much count on one dropping pretty early in your mapping experience, probably by or before level 95. So in trade, if you need any old Elevor, it's not going to be that expensive. Most of the time, it'll be an alch to a few chaos at worst. But I don't know everything there is to know about Path of Exile. So what are the absolute best defensive items you can think of for builds on a budget? Leave some of those comments down below. And of course, before I go, a special thanks to my patrons and channel members for their continued support. If you want to help make videos just like this possible, links down in the description. If you're looking for something else to watch, YouTube will have a recommendation on screen right now, and I'll have a couple of videos in the card at the top right, covering some other unique items that I've found interesting in the past, including some defensive options. But that's all I have for today. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Remember, if you're interested in the build I'm playing, be it for the offensive scaling, the ability to completely annihilate a screen, or the defenses, do get subscribed, as that video should come out sometime in the near future.